My mother, aunt, and uncle inherited $30,000 each from their aunt that had no kids. My uncle told them that he wanted his money today. I can give you the money as you need it, my aunt said. I want it now, my uncle said. What do you mean you want it now? My mother asked him. I want it now, my uncle said. To do what? My aunt said. My uncle had a drug problem. My mother and aunt went into the kitchen. They stood near the sink and pretended like they were washing dishes. Should we have him declared non-compos mentis? My aunt asked. That's New York law declaring someone legally deranged. He's not insane, my mother said. However, she didn't finish the sentence. They went back into the living room and asked him if he would like the money transferred to another bank, any bank he chose. That way he could get some cash whenever he wanted. No, I want my money, my uncle said. The three of them went to the bank. My uncle got his money, $30,000 in cash. It was 1979, and my uncle was walking down Fifth Avenue with $30,000 in his pocket. In 1979, my mother, aunt, and uncle inherited $30,000 each. My uncle carried his $30,000 in cash away from the bank in the inner pockets of a ski jacket my aunt had loaned him. He didn't spend the money right away. He was in a drug rehab program. He got on a plane to upstate New York. He got into a support group, got a job, and was doing well for about a year. He didn't like methadone. He said it made his brain fuzzy. He stopped taking the methadone. Then, after a while, he moved back to New York City and got back on drugs, and he spent all his money. 7 years later, he quit drugs cold turkey. No methadone and no rehab. He got on a plane to Southern California. He joined a support group, and he got a job as a drug counselor. My uncle stayed clean. He never went back on drugs. He counseled people and died of cancer 10 years later. A ballet dancer spoke on 60 Minutes in 1986. She said she had plastic surgery, anorexia, and a cocaine habit. The director Balanchine watched her weight and told her that her chest should be bone, and when she had pain, he gave her pills so that she could dance high. Her ballet dancer boyfriend introduced her to cocaine. At 2 a.m., she took trips to her Harlem drug dealer's place. Insecure, this other girl in the company looked better than her. She had plastic surgery on her ears, ankles, lips, and breasts. She learned abuse from teachers at an early age. Turn your feet out even if your legs break. Well, this ballerina married a fellow drug addict, and they got off of drugs, moved to London, and she wrote books about her life. As a ballet dancer, you were to do what you were told, like on the street, what a pimp tells his hoes. That's just my opinion.